Hi, welcome to this video on my Arduino Mega2560 in combination with electronics and motors. Last time I added a motor next to the existing one, and I tried to run both at the same time, and unfortunately only this motor ran, and this kept remarkably quiet. But when I put this LED in this RLC circuit, this being of course the C for the capacitor, it turned out that this LED burned. However, the voltage needed for an LED to burn and for the motor to run is different. At least that is my suspicion. So what I am trying to do this time is see how I can improve it and get both to run. So for now I am going to try, and I have to be careful not to move the camera too much. I should not be touching the fan with my hand, but this is a little bit problematic. One time it works and one time it doesn't. And it's all due to the wiring, unfortunately. But as you can clearly see that the LED is working, but the second motor is not. So I'm going to try to add another capacitor to it, parallel, and see what happens. An interesting fact is that in order to keep those RLC circuits the same, I replaced the 6800 microfarad by a 2200 microfarad, which is this one. So it's the same capacity as this one. The LED doesn't do anything anymore. When I put it back, when I put this one back here, it does work. And the interesting question is, what will happen if I swap the motors? Will this one going to work and this one keep quiet? Is it the motor anyway? So that is the next test I will do. Swapping elements. So right now the 6800 farad capacitor is back, and in order to keep the motors apart I have put a red slider in here, and let's see what happens with these motors. if anything. And this is interesting because so far nothing happens. And I didn't expect that to happen. This is very interesting. The wiring is okay because this LED is burning. But the motors don't do anything at all. Not even the LED is doing anything. Checking for connection. Short circuit, nope, nothing at all. Ah, and then of course the motor should be connected. Let's do again. With little aid, and the motor is running, and the other motor clearly is not. So the conclusion is something is not quite alright with this right side circuit, and I have to find out what. So that is up next. Right now the only conclusion I can draw is that this combination of the 6800 microfarad and this inductor is needed to get this LED burning. With this capacitor of 2200 microfarad it won't work. So let's get everything running again. I slow it down and you see that the LED is very slowly burning, and with a short circuit it burns again, but again the motor is not doing anything, while in connection it looks exactly the same. So that is at this moment a mystery to me, and yeah, needs to be investigated. So this capacitor is needed for this inductor. This whole circuit here is alright. The only mystery is this motor. and the connection. Another attempt is to replace this motor by a smaller one. See if that helps to run everything. So let's start and bring the power up. That works. However, on the other side nothing happens. And the motor slowly stops, and bringing back the power, only the LED works, and when I shortcut it you see it more clearly. That works. So that is not an option either. What may be, but is doubtful, is that separating the is that combining the RLC circuits is too much for both motors. And then it may be interesting to see what happens if I put a transistor before the circuits, because the transistor is actually an electronic switch, and what happens if that is added. Will that bring the solution to dividing the current? On the other hand, I doubt it, because when I switched the motors, it didn't work. What may happen is what will happen if I just disconnect this motor. Oops. Will this motor start running? Let's just see. That would be an interesting thing. Right now, and nothing happens. Except that the LED is burning and nothing else. So, for now the conclusion is something in this circuit is preventing this second motor to run. Next time I'll try the transistor, because this is really challenging and I want it solved. For now, thank you for watching, and certainly to be continued.